Xeno Goku Super Saiyan 4 versus Goku Super Saiyan Blue, right? So I'm on a landscape page, pencil eraser, and hit pause if I go too fast. So we start with Goku over this side. Both faces are kind of 3/4. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is kind of tilted up. It's kind of a harder face to draw. So we'll start with just Goku to get us started. He's nearly profile, right? So I'll start with his nose. So you just do this letter L curving out here. Center point of my page is about there. I'm just coming down from here. So I'm below halfway. And then we will go for his nose. So we go this letter L sort of shape. Right, like that. And in Dragon Ball, they draw in the shadow underneath the nose. You just add that there. And he seems to have some like, is there a nostril drawn in? Maybe, like here, like a little bit. And then some like wrinkle lines just there. So just at the top of this nose, he has that frowning W sort of section, right? So it goes like so. The nose just goes into it there. So it's that standard sort of Dragon Ball W. There, right? So then the eyes come out from that point, okay? So it'll go check mark or tick mark just up this way and sort of curve down the back. Right, and then it's got a square end just there, and then we taper it back down so it curves back down and gets skinnier as we go, right? Like that. So the other eyebrow would go off this way. We might as well just draw it in while we're doing the eyebrows. And because it's in 3/4, it's a different shape and it goes nearly vertical because his head is turned away, okay? It goes underneath his hair, right? So we won't draw it all in. There's like a piece of hair that comes across here. So we're just stopping it here. So then typical Dragon Ball eyes, we have a short line and then a long line. And then we'll join these together with a curved, slightly curved line there. And he's looking to the left-hand side, so his iris is in here. So his other eye, smaller now, 3/4 pose. So just here, small line, long line, there. It's about half the size of this eye. And then it curves down to there. And again, looking over here, so his iris will be in this bottom left-hand corner, sort of looking down at Xeno Goku down there. He could have some wrinkles, sort of frown lines just above the eyes there, and maybe like a line in the middle. So now his mouth, so just down from the nose here, right? Sort of like curves around the top, so like he's got a smile, but we'll open it up and add some teeth, right? So it comes down the back and then goes over, and then it'll bump around. It's the way they do it in Dragon Ball, like so. Add some teeth lines, just these sort of wrinkle things coming across. You don't have to draw in all the teeth, just these little dots and dashes work. You know, that's all they do in the anime, really. And then he could have like a line around here and maybe like some lines just for his chin. And then of course we have the cheek marks, like so. So because we're in a 3/4 pose, jaw on this side, cheek on this side, so both sides of his face are not the same. So his chin, we put the chin just coming around here, right? And this comes up to his jaw on this side of his face. Like that. And just like underneath the eyebrow is where it changes direction and goes up towards his ear. Now on this side, we have a couple of different lines, right? So it'll curve out. Like that, and it'll go kind of around his nose for his cheek, right? And then this will curve out this way up to his brow. So this is his cheek. It goes in a bit and then goes out a bit for his brow on top. Okay. So it's a couple of curved lines. Curves in slightly for his out for his cheek, his cheekbone. This goes around up for his brow. And of course the check marks underneath his eye here. Some shading. So over here then we have his ear. So like there's a hair spike and the ear kind of comes out from here. So we'll just draw the ear first. Comes down, big ears in Dragon Ball. Up to there, and then we have a bit of a hair spike just sticking down this way. Part of his fringe. Just there. And then you can do lines on the inside of the ear. Lots of different ways of doing this. Dragon Ball like to do it lots of different ways, so something like that. So in his neck, Adam's apple kind of sticks out here, and then it goes down into like his shirt, somewhere there, and then he's got neck muscle lines drawn in like this. So then his big hair, right? So in Dragon Ball, you can do it many different ways. Curvy, really angled. It's kind of up to you, right? But he has 4 fringe spikes, and then the rest go up like kind of like a candle flame up this way, okay? So we'll start sort of in the middle of his head, say here, just above this eye. Right, so like the middle line for his head curves around here, right? So the middle will be about here somewhere. So say that can be like, we'll put it here, his hairline. Okay, and then the hair spikes will come out from here, across his eye a bit, back up, around, down. Right, the next one, bigger. And this will go back in towards the center line, there. And more sort of hairline there. And this will have like texture. Like so. So he's one sticking up real far, kind of up this way. Then another one sticking out here. And then like a smaller one just behind here. Now the rest kind of go this direction, more or less. And we'll start with the small one back here. Right. Then another one sort of in the middle here. Going up this way. There's another one in behind here. And there's like a large one in the middle, right? So it goes down like that, and then another one just beside. Then another one here. Right, and then Dragon Ball lines all over, Dragon Ball texture lines all over the hair. So you just like follow each hair spike and you just add them all over. You don't have to do too much. In Dragon Ball Super Hero or Super Dragon Ball Heroes, they don't do much. Okay, so anatomy and clothing and stuff, right? So let me just see here. So he's launching himself sort of forward. So we can just see like his shoulder here. Okay, so clothing, the front, his t-shirt here, and then his shoulder comes down, right? So it's all clothing and stuff, right? So another neckline just there. And then this goes in. And then we have a bumping line that way. Another one going down here. And this eventually will fold around up underneath his shoulder. That way. We're in the other line for that just here. This is like his sleeve now. So the back of it is here. So his shoulder is going to come out from this area. And he's a real round basketball style shoulder, right? So go here. And then like another sort of bumping line that way. Another one around here. And then, so like his tricep comes out this way. The back of the arm goes off there. And then his bicep will come off here, go that way, like a bicep line there. So that's tricep, and like his blue sleeve kind of comes along it here. So his arm's going off back this way. We can see like his knee just like sticking out here. And then some extra fabric lines and his blue waistband and stuff just going this way. His blue tied waistband and stuff going that way. And then his back just comes out here, bumping, because it's all fabric. So you got to draw it as fabric. You can't just draw muscles, because it's a loose fitting sort of gi thing. Right, like that. So all these fold lines give an idea of the direction of his body. And that just goes that way. Right, so their fists are sort of meeting above, up here, okay? So we'll get Goku's arm in anyway. We might do his fists as well. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get his arm in. So it goes up here behind his hair, and he got his elbow kind of sticking out here. Right, so I get a little elbow line there. this goes around, and it'll meet his wristband here, right? But his bicep is kind of like coming across that way. Right, and his wristband, his blue wristband is here. Comes out as far as his wrist. Bumping on the ends because the rolled up sort of part of it is there. And then we just have a fist coming out here. That comes out to a knuckle, which curves down around for his index finger, which curves itself up into the palm of his hand. So you just have these lines that kind of denote these folding skin shapes, like a knuckle line there. And then you can just see like some other finger lines just in the background, kind of behind those fists. And the thumb then just coming out this way. Okay, kind of like that. So now we'll do Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku. So trickier sort of position, right? So they're looking right at each other. So we start with his face, just so we make sure they're sort of locking eyes, right? So his head tilt is different to Goku's. He's looking, we're like looking up, right? So we can see like right underneath his nose, but we start kind of the same thing. So we go this kind of curved line here for his nose, like a letter L again, down to there, just pointing this way. And you can see the shadow underneath the bottom of his nose. And maybe like a line like that. And then the W, the frown, that we have for Dragon Ball characters, just at the top, going that way. So either side of this comes the eyebrows. So again, we'll go curving check mark that way, square end, and we'll curve it down again. And his eyebrows are black, so we can kind of just color them in black now. Okay, so other eyebrow goes this direction underneath his hair. Stops kind of like Goku's up here. And we'll stop it about there because it goes underneath his hair again. So his eyes now, right? So he's got that red around his eyes, but you do that with color. So we'll just draw them in kind of normally, and I'll add red color afterwards. So a long line, and then our short line, and then you just join that together like so. And he's like looking up to the right at Goku, right? So we'll put his iris half circle sort of here. And then pupil, looking up, so you can only see half of it, just there. And then his other eye, right? So you can barely see it, it's in here. And he's looking up over here, so we'll put it like here. Okay. Looking up that way. And might as well do that hair spike that comes down this way, just to show where it's like cut off on his eyes. goes, it's black, so you can't really make it out, but we'll do it there because it's all colored the same, you know. So then we have frowning lines. Some cheek marks. And his mouth. Real large. Right? Looks like he's with grumpy people. We'll open it up because he's shouting, he's screaming. He's angry. Then this goes around. So you're doing that typical sort of cartoon open mouth, real big. And then his teeth come across here, come down. Around to there, and then up. For his bottom teeth and his tongue and stuff there. And then maybe some shadow for his bottom lip. And then he's got quite a square chin here. Right. So his jaw on this side, we can't see it because it goes underneath a hair spike, right? But we can see the face on this side. And it's like Goku's, like with the cheek, right? So it goes, carves around and sticks out for his cheekbone there. And then it goes back in towards his eye and goes underneath the hair. And it would continue up towards his forehead. Right, so it goes up that way. So then he has another hair spike just coming down across his face here. This will eventually become his shoulder because his shoulder like cuts off a good bit of this. Right, and then he's got another one that comes across his face here that goes back up and joins this. And we can see a little bit of his ear, but again, his shoulder like cuts this off, so his shoulder is like here. And then his ear is in here, and you can put like ear lines and stuff. As it connects to his face. Okay, so then the rest of his hair is like in behind Goku's. So we have some spikes here. Underneath. And it kind of disappears in behind, right? But he does have gray highlights, so I guess we'll draw those in when we get to that point. So just another spike here. Another one there. Another one going back this way. And then this one disappears into his arm, which goes up and meets Goku's fist up here somewhere. So we'll draw on the gray highlights, right, on each of these sort of black spikes. So you'll be coloring in here gray. And it's just, I guess, shows the shape of each of the spikes. Right, and then there's like a little one on this. And he's another one that comes across his shoulder here. So his anatomy is like a little bit more difficult now than Goku's. So center line for his chest is somewhere here. It's like a hair spike there. So say like here, right? Center line for his chest. Lines there, muscle lines coming out, right? So his body's going this way. He's another hair spike that comes out from behind his neck on this side. So you can see like a little bit of his neck just there. And then that hair spike comes down across his shoulder and his chest. That side, and that'll have like a gray highlight just on the edge. So then his chest muscles, right? So one comes out here, comes around like that, like chest muscle there, and then the other one is just here underneath this hair, and go down around the other side like that. So difficult body position now. So his abs kind of keep going this way, right? So abs here, and he's got these hairy, the red fur sort of closes it off, right? So you'll have like abs here, but this is all red fur around that. And then his abdomen sort of goes this way, and then his waistband goes off here. Okay, and like this is his blue sort of waistband, right? So it's like tied sort of here. And it'll go like off this way. Some fold lines and things on it, and the other side of it will go this way. Right, and these like fold lines and things on this. There's like another white piece of fabric or something. Don't know what that is, like here. But basically fold lines and lots of wrinkles and stuff. Like another piece of fabric there. And his knee will go off this way. And like some red torn. Oh yeah, he has red sort of torn stuff here. Like red torn fabric coming out from his waistband there. So we can just see his shoulder and his fist sort of here. So he's got his shoulder there, and then his fist kind of comes out here, and it's kind of against his body. So that's the palm of his hand, that W shape. And then his thumb there, and then 4 knuckles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each of these is a finger. And then his index, some knuckles at the back. And this is like his blue wristband just there, right? And like, so the red fur can have all these sort of texture lines on them like that. He's all furry. So his back then goes up this way, right? So it goes around here. And then his arm is going to come out from this. So this is his shoulder line. And then you do another bumping line for his bicep, and then his arm will go this way. But the other side of his bicep here, real square sort of muscle. Just there, and then like armpit and shoulder muscle lines. Kind of there. And then his tricep and the back of his arm goes like just up this way. Right, so then the forearm goes off here. You're going towards Goku's fist, right? And like texture and stuff, just to make it look a bit furry. And the top of his forearm goes this way. And again, we meet a blue wristband curving around. So, and like red fur just at the end of his hand here on his wrist. And then we'll do a fist just going in. So it's the opposite side now because it's his other hand. So we can see like a knuckle. So knuckle here, knuckle there, knuckle there. So this is his pinky then on this side, am I right? Yeah. So pinky goes in there. And fold lines, kind of skin fold lines like on the opposite side. And then the bottom of this finger, they're clashing. Just goes in there. You can see like his thumb coming around here, and maybe like a thumbnail or something. Like the bottom of his hand. Like that. Right, and then we can see some more black hair just sticking out the back. So this goes there, and we'll add some gray highlights just so we know where they are when we're coloring. Like so. And then, you know, lines and stuff all coming out from here. You could do clashing energy lines and stuff if you wanted, like lightning kind of stuff like this. As much of that as you want, but I think that'll do. That's how to draw Xeno Goku Super Saiyan 4 versus Goku Super Saiyan Blue. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.